Hello and welcome. You are watching Gravitas Plus. I am Molly Gambhir. April 22nd, 26 innocent civilians were shot dead in cold blood in Pahalgam in Jammu and Kashmir. Following the brutal terror attack, India's message has been loud and clear. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said it is the national resolve to deal a crushing blow to terrorism. He said the Indian Armed Forces have complete operational freedom to decide on the mode, targets and timing of the response. Union Home Minister Amit Shah has declared that every terrorist behind the Pahalgam attack would be hunted down. Already, India has delivered one decisive blow after another, taking a series of hard-hitting measures against Pakistan. Pakistan's obsession with exporting terror is well known. In fact, the world saw Pakistan Defence Minister Khwaja Asif's big confession. This is what he had to say during an interview when asked about Pakistan backing and supporting and training and funding terrorist organizations.
Well, we have been doing this dirty work for the United States for about 3 decades, and West, including Britain.
Investigations into the Pahalgam massacre have shown that Hashim Musa, the Pakistani terrorist central to the attack, was once part of Pakistan Army Special Forces before Pakistan's ISI is believed to have loaned him to the Lashkar-e-Toiba. Pakistan is notorious for shielding terrorists. In fact, Pakistan Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar has himself acknowledged Islamabad's support to terrorist group Lashkar-e-Toiba's proxy TRF, the Resistance Front. He confirmed that the country got the terror group's name removed from the UNSC statement condemning the Pahalgam terror attack. Interestingly, within hours of the UNSC statement, TRF retracted its earlier claim of responsibility for the Pahalgam attack. This is how the BJP's Amit Malviya reacted, quoting, "Nothing shows the Pakistan Army establishment's panic more clearly than this. This humiliating retreat by their military proxy says it all. But the damage is done far too late," quote unquote. In a show of military prowess and strength, India conducted a significant military exercise. The Indian Air Force conducted the historic day and night training exercise, showcasing fighter jet landings on the emergency airstrip. Fighter jets including Rafale, Jaguar, Mirage 2000, MiG-29 were among those that took part in the exercise. This as tensions continue to escalate along the line of control. And the Pakistani troops yet again provoked Indian armed forces, resorting to small arms fire across the LOC, opposite the Kupwara, Uri and Akhnur areas of Jammu and Kashmir. The Indian Army responded promptly and proportionately to the firing by the Pakistani troops. Just days before the terror attack in Pahalgam, Pakistan's Army Chief General Asim Munir had delivered a hostile and provocative speech. He called Kashmir the jugular vein of Pakistan. There is a long list of battles on the home front for the Pakistan Army Chief. There has been a significant erosion of public trust in the Pakistan military. And there's a pattern here. Whenever domestic crises pile over in Pakistan, the favorite weapon is to try and deflect attention away. The Pakistan Army tries to create an external crisis to try and fix the internal credibility crisis. Pakistan, in fact, is fighting a two-front battle amid tensions with Afghanistan and the rising tensions with India. As the crisis deepens, voices from within Pakistan are not mincing their words. The latest hit came from Maulana Fazlur Rahman, one of Pakistan's most prominent political leaders. He lashed out at the Pakistan government and the military establishment, blaming them for Pakistan's deepening tensions with India and growing diplomatic isolation in the region. He said the Pakistan Army needs to admit that it does not have a strong political force behind it, and simply making statements that the nation is on the same page is not enough. He also touched upon the state of Pakistan's economy, comparing it with the rising economies of India and others. After the Pahalgam terror attack, serving a massive blow to Pakistan, the Indian government has used multiple measures against Pakistan. Economically as well, Pakistan will pay the price. For instance, the suspension of trade between India and Pakistan is expected to increase the cost of many goods in Pakistan. The economic impact of the escalations is particularly severe for Pakistan. With Pakistan closing its airspace to Indian flights, the reality is Pakistan will hurt itself far more than India. Reportedly, shutting its skies could cost Pakistan millions of dollars in overflight fees. Just for context here, in 2019, after the Balakot airstrikes, when Pakistan had closed its airspace for India, it lost about $100 million in revenue. Moreover, at a time when Pakistan's fragile economy cannot afford more setbacks, India's diplomatic efforts could influence the dispersal of crucial aid to Pakistan, a lifeline for the country. The soaring tensions between India and Pakistan following the terror attack have impacted tourism in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir as well, depriving local tour operators of much-needed earnings. The halt in trade could also result in shortages of essential medicines in Pakistan, as well as healthcare products, which will only make life harder for ordinary Pakistanis, for whom Pakistan's economic crisis has been a big headache. The suspension of trade ties is expected to worsen the economic challenges. All this could not have come at a worse time for Pakistan, when it has been grappling with economic turmoil. Have a look at what this State Bank of Pakistan report had said earlier. Titled, Pakistan's Low Competitiveness, a Case for Investing in Productivity, it assessed, quote, Pakistan's persistently weak and falling productivity growth has severely constrained its ability to achieve sustained economic growth and compete in international markets, quote unquote. Quoting further, the country trails noticeably behind its regional and income-level peers, ranking below or close to low-income countries across various measures and drivers of productivity. A recent World Bank report warned that over 10 million people in Pakistan could face extreme food insecurity and starvation this year. Already grappling with a fragile economy, the situation looks increasingly tough for Pakistan in the wake of India's retaliatory steps. Not just that, India has also been making crucial diplomatic efforts. India strongly raised the Pahalgam terror attack at the United Nations and also flagged Khwaja Asif's confession. India's Deputy Permanent Representative at the United Nations, Yojana Patel, said, the whole world has heard Pakistan Defence Minister's confession of Pakistan's history of supporting, training and funding terrorist organizations. She said that the open confession surprises no one and exposes Pakistan as a rogue state, fueling global terrorism and destabilizing the region. The ambassador said that India deeply appreciates and values the strong, unequivocal support and solidarity extended by leaders and governments across the world in the wake of the terror attack. Support has been pouring in for India, while pressure and condemnation mount for Pakistan. The bottom line is, India's patience has run out, and its message rings loud and clear. Enough is enough.